Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do the rocket nose cone. We're going to design it in Autodesk Inventor, and we're going to build it on the 3D printer. Take notes if you see red, and do what it says if you see green and any other colors. Learn, like this one, you need to learn that we're going to use an average large egg. That's 2.2 inches tall by 1.75 inches wide. And the first step you're going to do is you're going to make a sketch that's pretty detailed, and the main things you need to include are this. Number one, how wide do you need it to be to fit tightly inside of your body tube? You need it to be able to fit an average size egg around it. What are the width of the nose cone? What's the height of the nose cone? How thick do you need the edges to be? How tall is this measurement? Okay, and then the other main thing you need to address is how are the two pieces of the nose cone going to slide together? Okay, and just remember, when you're building the nose cone, you have to create enough space at the top with cushion so that the egg will not break. Okay, so if you have not drawn your drawing, hit pause and go draw a sketch and have it approved by the teacher. Okay, first step. All right, next step is we're going to open up Autodesk Inventor. Okay, so what you do is open up Autodesk Inventor, and if you haven't done so already, you're going to go File, New, and you're going to create a new part, an IPT. Okay, so you're going to create a new part, a new IPT, and you're going to save it. So you're going to click on this File Save or File Save As, and you're going to save it as nose cone with your name in your folder with your name on it. Alright, once you get to this spot, okay, and you can create a new 2D sketch, and you have to choose the plane that you're going to work on. So I'm going to use, if you can look at this, this is the YX plane. We're going to start off with the YX plane. Okay, now the first thing we're going to do is going to draw the egg so that you can build your nose cone around the egg with confidence that it will not smush the egg. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to figure out the width of an egg is 1.75 divided by 2, because we're going to build half of it. Okay, and so I'm going to hit enter, and so there's my line. I'm going to use my scroll, so I'm going to go up, and the height of an egg is 2.2, so we're going to say 2.2 divided by 2 and hit enter. Okay, and then we're going to close in here. Okay, and then we're going to hit escape, and then we're going to draw another line down here. So we're going to go, we know now that this is 1.1, enter, and then this just needs to go back to the origin line right there. Okay, so now I'll hit escape. Now these things are going to cause trouble. So they were helpful, but now they cause trouble. So I'm going to delete that dimension. I'm going to delete this dimension, and I'm going to delete this dimension. And this was just to get us started. We don't need that anymore, so we're going to trim that. Okay? Alright, so now that's gone. So now we're going to use an arc tool, and we're going to create our egg. So we're going to click, and we're going to create an egg. Close enough. For our purposes, we're going to go back to the arc, and we're going to click, and create our egg. Okay, now again, these were useful to get us started to build the egg. Now they're not necessary anymore, so we're going to trim those, trim those, trim those, trim those, and I'm going to trim this. Now I'm going to grab this tool, I'm going to hit on this tool, and we're going to scoochie it over, and we're going to zoom in a little bit, because you can see there's some double stuff right there. We don't need some of this stuff there, so there's a little bit extra. Okay, so we're going to finish that, and we're going to zoom out and use the scroll bar. Okay, oh, you know what, hold on, I got to go back to that sketch. So I'm going to go right here, I'm going to click Edit Sketch, because it's probably going to like it more if I have a line right here. Okay, so I'm going to go right there. Okay, now hopefully I'm done with the sketch, and so now what we're going to do, just for fun, we're going to revolve it. So we're going to say, I want to revolve this shape around, so we'll click on the profile around this profile. Well, let me do it around this profile, and there we go. So I'm going to say that's good enough, and I hit done, and so now we can see, I'm going to grab this and move it around. There is our egg shape, but we don't really need to revolve that. I just wanted to show you the egg. That's what we're going to end up doing. Okay, so we're going to undo that. Okay, so that's our first start. So now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to our sketch. We're going to edit the sketch. Now we're going to draw the outline borders of our nose cone. So this is just an egg for helpfulness. Now, your nose cone is not the same size as my nose cone. I'm not sure that my nose cone is a good size, so you do something different. But we're going to do the same thing. So my nose cone I have down as being 2.3 inches wide. Okay, so I'm going to click here. I'm going to go out here. I'm going to say 2.3 divided by 2, and the height of my nose cone on my drawing is going to be 2.7. So I'm going to say 2. You know what I'm going to do right now? I'm going to say 2.7 is not big enough. I'm going to say 2.8. It needs more cushion at the top. 2.8 divided by 2. But again, you don't copy me. You go by with what you think is right. Okay, so we're going to do that. Okay, hit escape. We're going to go back to the line tool. We're going to draw from here. We know now, looking at this thing right here, that it goes down 1.4. So we're going to type in 1.4, enter, and then we go back to the origin. Okay, so now we can draw our nose cone. Okay, so now we'll start off with our arc again. Okay, so we'll say we're going to go from here to here, and we're going to draw a nice nose cone. Okay, and then we're going to go from here to here, and we're going to draw a nice nose cone. Okay, and you can do it any way you would like. It doesn't have to be like this. Okay, and we're going to save this for now, and I'm going to hit pause for now. So I want you to definitely go, this is a good start. You guys do this. I'm going to end this video with this, but I want you guys to make sure you don't wing it after this. Go